What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we are looking at the best settings for Diablo Immortal. Subscribe to the channel for more Diablo Immortal content. Hit the thumbs up button. All right, so honestly, I know a lot of people aren't even going to watch more than the first minute or two of this video. So, hey, I'm just going to give you the two best settings that are the most important straight up front right now. So at least you feel like you got something out of this, and you at least feel like, hey, this guy helped me out. Maybe I'll subscribe to him. Maybe I'll leave a like, you know. Well, first thing I want you to do is you're going to go over to your settings and you're going to go to general. You're going to scroll all the way down to where you see auto pickup. Now, when you first start the game off, and actually I should say this, when you start any new class, the settings are completely reset for each class. So what I mean by that is if I was to start playing as a demon hunter, and then maybe later on I decide I want to create a new character. So I go into my account and I create a new character, and let's say I become a necromancer. You need to change the settings again. The settings do not save to each class. So anytime you make a new class, you got to go back into your settings and change it. So you're going to go to auto pickup. Now you need to check all of these off because initially none of them will be checked, and you're basically going to have to manually pick up every item, and it is horrible. You don't want to have to do that. You don't want to have to keep clicking the little hand button to pick every little thing up, especially when you have thousands and hundreds of loots just dropping out everywhere. So check all of these off. You know, don't think that, oh, just because it's normal, you don't want it. You need every piece of gear. Every piece of gear is needed in this game because you can salvage it, and then you need those salvaged pieces in order to upgrade your gear. So you need every piece of gear. There is no such thing as a bad piece of gear. Everything is usable. All right, let's go over the second most important setting in the game. All right, you're going to go over to controls. It's right under general. You're going to scroll down to where you see mini map. So you have two options. You have a small mini map and you have a large mini map. Please, for the love of God, push the large mini map. Now you're going to see, okay, well, it takes up more of my, initial screen. That is okay. It does not affect, honestly, your gameplay at all. But the biggest thing that you're going to notice is the difference between these small and large is you can see more of the mini map. If you look at the difference between the small and the large version, I have some screenshots, some video you can look at right now. If we have it at large, we're seeing so much more of the map. And if we have it on small, you see there's a good, like a huge chunk that just gets cut off and we can't see. Now, why is this important? This is important for tons of reasons. Easier to navigate around the maps, easier to find elite monsters or even those golden rare monsters or the orange ones that drop legendary items. You want to find those skulls whenever you're going around. All right, now we're going to go over a few of the other settings that aren't as important. So I understand if you don't want to watch anymore, that's fine. If you look at the bottom under auto pickup, you can see the server we are on right now. We are on the Canada server. It'll show you your hero's name and your UID, which is your, then there's a very important button that I want you to look at. It says unstuck. If for whatever reason your character ever gets stuck in some weird predicament, you come to your settings, click unstuck, and it will teleport you to the nearest safe zone. This is very important, but honestly, I haven't had any problems. I've never been stuck. I've never had to use it. Next up, we have controls. Sensitivity is self-explanatory. Primary attack aim. So this doesn't really affect the melee attackers because you just hit the people who are in front of you. But if you are a ranged damage dealer, you can actually turn this on and actually get some value from it. You can hold your primary attack down and it'll actually show you like a, I don't even know what to call it, like a circle with a distance line. And you can actually aim where you want your primary attack to go. So this is pretty good if you are a ranged damage dealer and maybe there's an enemy in the back line that you want to hit. So let's say you're doing a PvP battle and they have a crusader in the front and they got a wizard in the back. You clearly don't want to hit their frontliner. Maybe you want to deal damage to the backliner. Then you have your skill button layout. This is very simple. If you look at the video, the screenshot, The only difference between layout 1 and layout 2 is the layout 1 will be further down in the bottom right corner, and layout 2 actually pushes your skill buttons up a little bit further on your screen. So you could do either one. Honestly, layout 1 is fine for me. Again, this is going to depend on your device. I think if you have like a smaller device, you may it may work better for layout 1, and then if you have a larger device, layout 2 may be better depending on your hand size as well, small hands or big hands. Another very important setting is the canceling skills option. You have two. You have slide out of range or slide to cancel. Honestly, I prefer slide to cancel. What it does is when you click the skill button in the top right corner, you'll see the little cancel. And what you have to do is you have to slide your finger to that cancel button in order to cancel your skill. For whatever reason you decide, oh, I don't want to activate it. Otherwise, the other one, you have to really like slide it out of the range is really difficult. Like I don't like it because you really got to slide your finger far. Again, though, it depends on your device. Slide out of range, it might be easier on your phone, but I was playing on a tablet, and for me, I'd have to go like all the way to the complete opposite side of my tablet just to cancel it. So that's why I always preferred the slide to cancel icon over slide out of range. Graphics. So this is another one we want to talk about. Graphics. We have your low, medium, high, ultra. Again, it's going to depend on your device. If your device is very outdated or you're having trouble running the game, obviously you're going to lower the graphics. If you have no problem running the game, you can increase it to ultra. Now, one thing that I'm a bit curious about and I didn't quite understand is resolution. So we have medium, high, and ultra. Now, I was playing on my tablet. My tablet's very, very strong. It was very expensive. It's one of those Galaxy tablets. I could never play on Ultra on my tablet. I don't know if it's just because of the beta or if it's because of my resolution on my tablet. My tablet's 1080p, so maybe Ultra was 1440p. I don't know. So that would be my guess, unless for whatever reason they just didn't support it yet because it was a beta. But my takeaway from this is it either goes, one of them's like 720 and one of them's 1080, and then I guess the other one's 480. Otherwise, it'd be 720p, 1080p, and then 1440p. But I don't know if the resolution even would go up that high. So I think I was playing only on like 720p, I want to say. I don't know, but like, yeah, I don't know. I have never seen a mobile game that runs at 1440p. So maybe this was 720p and they just don't have it set up for 1080p, but I would never let me play on Ultra. Notifications, these are somewhat important if you're a hardcore player who's just going to be like, you know, you want to be at the top of the levels. You know, you could go through here, turn all these notifications on because a lot of them are initially turned off. Like items sold at market. So if you sell an item on the market, you won't even know until you log in. So I actually would like to turn that on. When the leaderboard has reset, I would also turn that on. So that way I can get in there and try and make it to the top of the leaderboard, see what's going on with that. New items at the Hilts Trader, I would definitely 100% turn this on. In fact, I'm going to talk about the Hilts Trader in my beginner's guide. I am preparing you guys and girls so much. Let me tell you, when the game launches globally, if you watched all of these videos, you are going to be ready to rock and roll. Day one, you are going to be playing the game instead of watching videos on YouTube like all these other suckers. These other people are going to be like, play the game, and they're going to be like, oh, what do I do? Let me go on YouTube. And they're going to spend like hours watching YouTube videos instead of playing. You're going to be like, oh, I watched that guy, StillAliveGG. I watched all his Diablo Immortal videos. Dude, I'm ready to rock and roll. Global launches, you do everything, you see everything. You're so far ahead of the game. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you guys get so far ahead of the game, so that way the people who just don't watch these videos, they're not gonna know what to do. And you guys, man, my loyal subscribers, I got you guys. We're gonna take this game by storm. All right, and yeah, pretty much just I would turn a lot of these on. A lot of these are very, very important. That is it. I love you guys and girls. Stay happy, stay safe. Peace.